share screen.
And of
Wow.
course, I had to forget to start my recording, but it's all good. Just keep on going. Facebook's got us covered.
All right. Okay. So that's the house here, and what happened is, um, uh, so I got this from a wholesaler. We start to discuss like very quickly. So this quick analysis. So it's a single family home, 2-1, Cleveland. It's rented, so occupied by a senior couple, long-term tenants. They're paying 750. So I did a breakdown here as month and year. So 750 per month, 9K per year, and then because it is a single family and they pay all expenses, I use the ratio of 0.55. So expenses, I guess, yearly expenses would be around 4,000. So that, again, very quickly, we know, so this house, I guess they are asking 45,900, so 50K, right? So we put it on the contract for 45, which was 11 cap, a cash flow of almost 5K per year, which was like, that's a cheap house, and it's a strong cash flow, I guess, occupied, nothing to do, almost nothing to do, let's say that. And then I just like put in a portfolio and forget about it, right?
Right.
So yeah, so during the inspection and due diligence, we found that the roof is gonna have to be replaced sooner than later, right? So I went back to the seller. We discussed about that, and I was asking 8K discount. It's gonna cost less than that, but I guess there's some nicks and knacks as well. So just yeah, I want 8K discount, so 37. We couldn't agree. They dropped to 40, but I guess I was also trying to, I guess, send a message to this wholesaler, which is I guess, a big gatekeeper. So I was like, so I need to, I cannot like be going and then like, and they say 40. Yeah, so I said 37, but 40 would work, right? But that would weaken my position for future negotiations, right? So I was like, no, so I need 8K because that's the number that would work. That's 8K. It didn't work, so we move ahead, like move forward, and then a couple of months later, we went back to this deal. It was still available, and then I guess they offered me again. So yeah, so still available. Do you still want that? Yeah, so I still want for 37. So that's the number that works, right? So yeah, so we can agree on 37. So actually, actuals. I'm gonna change to actuals here. So the first one was the quick analysis, right? So it is that the stories, I guess, get even better, right? So because we found that insurance was very low for this property. Taxes are super low, like almost $400 per year.
Wow.
So actually, the expenses to rent ratio, we use 45. It's actually 38. So we closed for 37, which is now a cap of 15.2 and a cash flow of 5,600 per year, right? So I guess that is a couple of lessons to learn here. Is first, I guess, follow-ups are super important.
The fortune
Also,
is in the follow-up.
yeah,
Lesson number one. I love that. Notice
yeah,
that Sergio had strong posture. He put in a number, and even in the negotiation, there was a drop, but it didn't hit his number, and he was upfront. It says, I'm not pulling this number out of my handbag, right? My MERS. I'm pulling it out of the metrics, my investment criteria. It doesn't work for me. So he was willing to walk away and then let them crawl back, which they did, and he got the full discount. Go ahead.
yeah. I guess that's pretty much I guess finish the story, right? So I guess just like the conclusion is that like the follow-up is super important. And then I guess as you already said, like maintain your posture, right? So if I say yeah, so I said 37, but actually 40 would work. What do you think is gonna happen my last negotiation with them, right? So they're gonna say, yeah, Sergio is like full of crap, and then I'm not gonna be. I guess his numbers are. He's just like he has room, right? Room to negotiate, right? So maintain the posture. I guess now I do have a much stronger position with them. Um, Again, cash offer, we dropped to 37. It's a beautiful deal, cheap house, right? So it's we're gonna have to deal with the roof eventually, but it's a cheap roof. You can see it's a simple house, right? So the house, the roof is cheap. It's not leaking, so you're gonna, I guess, as I learned from you as well. So if it's not broken, don't fix, right? So let's leave it until it actually it is a problem. So I'm deferring that roof as much as I can. Eventually, I'm going to be doing that, but the house is already generating cash flow to pay for those expenses soon.
Exactly, and I
Yeah.
mean it's tenanted, it's cash flowing, right? So why bother them through it? It's not bothering them. There's no leak. There's no nothing. We're factoring into that. We know it's going to be a $4,000 or $5,000 expense when the time comes. We're not ignorant to that. But right now, why spend it if the roof is still it's still doing what it should be doing? And also, once we do replace that roof, well, that's a beautiful time to tie it in with a rent increase. Look, we just spent $5,000 to keep your property top notch. A $25, $50 rent increase at that point, is completely justified because they just saw you put in $5,000 in the property. So it can tie in nicely. You can time those repairs if it's not an urgent repair. So wonderful. I love that.
Yeah.
Fortune is in the follow-up. Sergio, did you follow up with them on this deal, or did they come crawling back all by themselves?
No, actually, so I talk to these wholesalers very often, almost
Mhm.
like I don't know, weekly for sure, and depends on what we are discussing. So it can be every other day, right? So we are always talking. So I always like to say, yeah. So what else do you have? Do you have any updates? And then eventually say, yeah. So the house, it's still available. So do you still want to discuss about that? And yeah. So it's I didn't ask specific about that one, but I always in touch with those people, this wholesaler specifically, and asking about what else do you have, right? So he
Amazing.
eventually came back to her, and yeah, so still available, and now I guess for my number, right? For my the number that worked for me, right? So
Amazing. Amazing. So
yeah.
Fortune's in the follow-up. In the spirit of the deal reveal, I'd like to just re-emphasize your first slide, right?
All right.
How much time did it take for you to get a good sense that this was potentially a very good deal? How long did it take you to be comfortable, confident, to go in there, start having a conversation, to eventually put it under contract?
Well, it's I guess to start the conversation is very quick, right? So it takes I don't know 10 minutes to run this number, right? So the ad already had the rental the rent income. So for me it was like to just get the rent income, figured out the expenses. Was a single family home. The information that they are paying for all the utilities were there already. So very easy to do. The besides that, what I did is I went to Trulia, of course, to check the crime. It's actually in the outskirts of a region, unionized. That can be rough, but this house actually on a very clear path, outskirts, not in a high crime area. It's actually low crime areas, by the way. So, and I guess the last checkpoint was check some comps, right? So, and I believe the house was actually advertised for full asking price for full retail price, so 45,900. It's actually, I guess, what it worth, right? So, but I guess so for asking price, it wouldn't work, right? But I say yeah, so they are asking that they're asking full retail, so that's I guess I do have all the information that I do need to start the conversation, right? So that's the the beginning of this, and I guess to answer you to answer a question like this whole process takes I don't know 10-15 minutes, right? It's super fast.
All right. We haven't got you to 5 minutes yet, but we're working.
Yeah,
Five to
for
ten
sure.
minutes per
Yeah.
deal up
Well,
front. Yeah.
yeah, I guess you know me. I like to I guess I spend a little more time on I guess as I'm getting more and more comfortable, but I'm not 100% there, so I do spend more time I guess taking a better look at some of the things. But I guess to to start the conversation, it's very fast, right? And then at the due diligence, after it is under contract, you spend as much as time as you want, like, to be comfortable.
Exactly right. What I love about this deal is that your two golden rules of real estate, check, check, buying under its value, meaning you're buying equity, you're buying at a discount. This thing you bought for 37,000 is worth more than 30,000. You bought almost 10,000, if not more, of equity. You bought
Yep.
money in this process just because you bought right. And cash flow. I think everyone can agree that a 15 cap on a single family home is very difficult to beat. Sergio seems to be quite talented at finding them, though, but it is very impressive numbers you would never see in any major size market in Canada. And most honestly, most markets in the US, even, you wouldn't find these type of numbers. So very, very interesting, very proud, happy to be celebrating here with you. So in the spirit of the deal reveal, is this a deal or no deal according to you? Let's blow up the chat, blow up Facebook here. Is this a deal or no deal according to you listening at home? Do we have a thumbs up for Sergio? Great job, Sergio. Fantastic. Yes, Heather has her hand up as well. Yes, very good. Excellent. Who else do we have? Kajal, deal, hell yeah. Okay. Lots of love from Sergio. Syed says deal as well. Excellent. So we're all rooting for you, Sergio. So this is just another one added to your portfolio. You've been with us in the Now for Tomorrow community with JK for under a year now. We're super, super excited and to have you here, to have you now become one of those pillars within the community who's gone through the loop, who has gained mastery in many areas of the process, and now can be a resource for everyone else. So that's another reason why we bring our successes to the spotlight, so that everyone here can also benefit from Sergio's success. So excellent. Sergio the deal man. Sergio is particularly good at finding single families with high cap rates. So he must be doing something right. Every time we have a call, he's always even surprising me. It's really, really exciting to see. So Sergio, thank you so much. Is there any one last thing you'd like to share with the people that are here while you have the time?
Well, I guess thanks for having me. Thanks for the community. So I'm here. I guess as you mentioned already, to help. Just reach out. I guess I have been on the phone with a few people in the community, and I'm here to help you guys. And I guess you no mortgage, no. It's a cash transaction. I guess it's there, right? So I guess you mentioned that, so I'm particularly good to find it, but it's there, it's available, right? So I mean, I'm not doing like pulling tricks out of nothing, right? It's there. It's just a look. Just I guess the deal sometimes is not there at the beginning, right? So as you see, so they're asking full retail price. It was still right, so it was still a 10 cap, I guess, at asking, but I guess it can be much better, right? So it's just a matter of I guess use the tools, use the knowledge that it's shared here in this community, and I guess it's gonna be a good deal to, I guess you can make a good deal into an amazing one, right? So
Absolutely. The best deals are not found, they are created.
create, yeah, for sure.
And it's a hell of a better start when you're starting negotiating at a 10 cap as opposed to starting at a 3 cap,
Oh
so
yeah.
there's room. So again, thank you so much, Sergio. And for those of you who are interested to learn, we have our upcoming blueprint this weekend, literally starting in 2 days on Saturday. This is where Sergio got started, right? The full 2 day full weekend where we lay out all the basic pillars that you need to get this business going, get these investments going. So that is going on for you, and it's never been this cheap. It's never going to be this cheap moving forward as well. Because of COVID, we have significantly decreased the entry point to the training because we believe, well, we know we're in an opportunity window right now. And because there's going to be a ton of deals coming right around the corner when the real effects of the COVID start hitting, the financial effects, once all those mortgages and the real financial struggles, when the bills have to start really being paid, not being subsidized by the government, The US government's pumped trillions into the economy to keep things afloat, but that bill will have to get paid. And when it does, there is going to be a ton. I am talking tens of millions of mortgages that are going to be defaulted on. And that's where people like Sergio, like us, like our community members who are knowledge and savvy and well tooled to help it creatively in the real estate space, where we can all win together, including the sellers. We're getting them out of a very bad situation. We can help. So this is where we go in, and we go into some creative real estate acquisition strategies as well. How to buy with as little or none of your own money. We teach about a dozen ways to do it, and it's very, very advanced stuff. We even put it in this foundational training for you. So if you're interested, write down or take a picture of this link, type it in right now, n4t.club/blueprint. That's where you need to go. You're going to see the massive discount that we've applied to this weekend training for you, n4t.club/blueprint, and join the family. That is what that join the entrepreneurship as well. Together we rise. So thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Sergio. Enjoy your evening. That was yet another edition of JK's Deal Reveal featuring Sergio. I'm wishing you a wonderful day, wonderful night from wherever you're logging into the world, and reminding you that it is time to do now for tomorrow to unlock the lifestyle you deserve. Take care, everyone. Thanks again, Sergio.
Thank you. Bye.